Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Javad from a very historical city of Kashan. Today we want to go to a new location and talk about another perfect lesson about life management, and also I want to give you some secrets about this beautiful place. This is Fin Garden in Kashan, a UNESCO heritage site. We will go inside and we will have a lot to talk about today. When you look at the walls, when you look at the tall trees, there are a lot of secrets here because there has been many stories. In the past, there were many stories about important and smart politicians that lived here. Today, I want to give you a very nice story about a very smart man that was killed in this place. I will share some great items about his life, and then we will have a great lesson with each other. This is the main entrance of the Fin Garden in Kashan. As I told you before, this is a UNESCO heritage site. You will have a lot of amazing scenes in the garden. I'm sure you will like it very much. So, my friends, right now I am inside the Fin Garden in Kashan. In this place, that, as I told you before, it's a very important, very famous historical place in Kashan. Long time ago, around 170 years ago, Amir Kabir lived here for a short time, and after that, he was murdered. Amir Kabir was a very effective person when Nasser ad-Din Shah was the king of Iran. Amir Kabir was a knowledgeable man. He had a lot of good activities, he had a lot of good plans when he was a powerful person in the government of Nasser ad-Din Shah. He tried to make a lot of changes for the people's lives. He was a reformer. He tried to have a lot of good services for people. He was a type of player in the system of the government of Nasser ad-Din Shah. Amir Kabir started having a lot of changes for the educational system in Iran. He knew that if you want to have a great change, if you want to be an effective person, all the plans shouldn't be on the basis of one person, because that person may be vanished, that person may be killed, but the system can live for a long time. That was exactly why he decided to establish a great type of school and university. It was called Darul Funun. He tried to start the system. He was a very effective person, and he tried to fight against the corruption in the government of Nasser ad-Din Shah. Many people were jealous of him. It was completely normal to happen because Amir Kabir was a kind of limitation, was a kind of barrier when they wanted to have their own corruption, when they wanted to steal money, when they wanted to be really cruel to people. Amir Kabir was a barrier. As a result, they tried to make gossips about him, and they tried to ruin the relationship between Amir Kabir and the king. So their plans worked. At first, Nasser ad-Din Shah decided to send Amir Kabir to this place. He told him that you should go to this place to take some rest. But he knew that there is a problem. And the problem was that the king didn't trust him anymore. He couldn't do anything. He was a type of player. He was really knowledgeable. He was an honest man. He was a reformer. He really wanted to do great things for the people of Iran. He really wanted to do great things because he wanted the children could study, because he wanted to create a kind of atmosphere in the country that people can study very well, that can learn very well. When the relationship between the Amir Kabir and the king was ruined, they sent him to this place. He lived here for a short time and then he was killed. I told you this story because I want to give you some items that could be really valuable, could be really practical for your business and also for your personal life. In your business, if you are an effective person in your company, if you are an effective person in your family, surely other people will be jealous of you. So if you are just a good man, if you're just an effective manager, it doesn't mean that other people will encourage you. It doesn't mean that other people will enjoy being with you. Of course not. You will have a lot of enemies. This is the lesson that we can learn from the story of Amir Kabir. Amir Kabir was a very great, knowledgeable, honest man. But he faced problems. And these problems destroyed him. But he could make changes. The lesson is that when you are in a company and you try to have a lot of changes, when you try to work hard, when you try to have a lot of plans for the future of that company, when you try to be a very good, honest, effective person for your friends, for your company, for your CEO and manager, you must be careful. You must be really careful. If you're not careful about your enemies, they will make problems for you. Sometimes maybe you come to this conclusion that you cannot do anything. You cannot stop your enemies. But you should be very careful. Your relationship with your manager is very important. You should try hard to keep the trust. You should try hard to keep this relationship between yourself and the important people in your organization. I believe that when you want to continue making changes, when you want to continue being effective in an organization, in your business, and also in your personal life, you need to think honestly, plan honestly, perform honestly. This is something clear, but you need tactics, you need policies. If you don't pay attention to policies, maybe your good performance is ruined. If your enemies try to ruin your performances, you should focus on the relationship between you and the manager of that system. I believe that when you try to manage your life, when you try to be an honest person at first for yourself, master your life, and then for your organization, for your employees, for your managers, for your customers, for your friends, we always need to keep in mind, if we want to be the Amir Kabir of our company, if we want to be the Amir Kabir of our personal life, at first we need to be an honest person. Secondly, we need to have a lot of plans how to change their routines in an effective way. And number three is that we must be careful about enemies. We must be careful about the people who think that we are their limitations, about the people who think that we are barriers. You can start and build your legacy. Your legacy are the changes that you make. Your legacy are the behaviors that you try to have, are the people who you try to help, that you try to push them to be a better version of yourself. Always advising you this: master yourself, then you can master your business and your personal life.